This episode of Power Women of the Trades is also brought to you by Forrest Perry of Forrest Perry Digital Marketing. Want to generate more leads for your service business? Trust his team to deliver quality new customer leads and protect your brand online. Check out perrymarketing.com today.
Hello everyone. We want to give a quick shout out to our amazing partner, Rilla, the game changer in the home service industry. Rilla's virtual ride-along software means no more physical ride-alongs. With Rilla, you can coach your team virtually 100 times faster and boost your close sale rates like never before. Don't miss out. Join the movement today and watch your sales soar. Visit rilla.com/PWT to learn more.
Most businesses' online presence is boring, and by being boring, they're losing out on potential sales and customers. Being interesting and exciting is what draws customers in and gets them to buy from you. But it's hard to be interesting online when you're focused on running your business and taking care of your customers. It doesn't have to be this way. We have the key to unlocking the solution to your problem. Key Heart Marketing can help take your business from boring to brilliant on social media. We can vouch for them. They run our podcast socials. If you want to have a strong social media presence that allows customers to know, like, and trust you, connect with Key Heart Marketing at keyheartmarketing.com. Welcome to Power Women of the Trades podcast. This show is all about breaking barriers and changing the game. Our guests will feature some of today's most successful female entrepreneurs and other advocates of our industry as well. Because if there's one thing we know for sure, female-led entrepreneurship drives change on multiple levels. We want to empower women in the trade industry like you so you can maximize your potential, stay balanced, achieve long-term success, and claim ownership over your life. Let's get started.
Welcome back to Power Women of the Trades podcast with Cassie and Heather. Today we have Robin Cody with Cody and Sons Plumbing, Heating, and Air out of, where are you from? Dallas?
Dallas.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the show, Robin.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm a fan.
For sure. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
I've been in the industry for about 11 years. I worked at Cody and Sons for 11 years. I'm the director of marketing and HR there. But it's a family business, so I've worn many hats throughout the years. And I'm involved in the Torch Network, the Women in HVACR, and Lady Titans.
Cool. So I see the Cody. So family, you said, did you marry in or did you, I guess that's a weird question. Is that a rude question? I don't know. I said it and then I was like, maybe that was an odd question.
No, I never thought I would go into this industry or marry a plumber, but I married a plumber and his father is the CEO. His grandfather founded the business in 1969, and his father is one of three sons. He's the only one left, and my husband became a partner in 2008, I believe, and his friend Mark. The three of them are partners in the business. And when I graduated with a marketing degree, I went into I worked for Cowboys and Indians magazine for a while, and Randy was looking to grow the business. His dad had always been more focused on just supporting the family, but Randy was more growth minded, and so he asked me to come on and do marketing.
Cool. So about 11 years, you've seen all kinds of change in the space in 11 years of.
Yeah.
So you've seen all the change and all the marketing change for sure. What does your day-to-day look like these days as the marketing director?
It's top level. I use a lot of agency help. I really need a Kaylee in my life, somebody that's younger and more excited about the social media part and everything. But I still wear the HR hat too. So just kind of have to switch those around. And yeah, when I started, there were only 5 employees, and now we've been up as many as 40. So,
Awesome. So that's kind of a common thing of, people that like marketing and HR go hand in hand sometimes, but they actually don't at all.
not
But,
really.
not at all. But like even at our size now, we'll often like put them together, because, well, if Kaylee's going to a career fair, it makes sense for HR to go with her and to help recruit, or they end up getting grouped together, but they're not the same at all. And so having to wear both hats on a consistent basis and not being 2 people, I know could probably be tough.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking that because I found in years past, like all of my years, usually HR, if there isn't a designated HR person, it falls on the accounting department. So, but I mean, I can see how it correlates with marketing as well, especially on the recruiting side. But somehow in the smaller companies, it usually, in my experience, has always fallen on the accounting department. Because
Yeah,
accounting dealing with the employees.
Yeah, I do a lot of collaboration with them and with the CSRs, as far as on the marketing aspect. But we have a leadership group that makes decisions. I think Randy started that in about 2018, and there's 6 of us. So I lean on them a lot to help me too with the different aspects, and they all wear a lot of hats too. My mother-in-law, Louise Cody, is the customer experience director, so we collaborate a lot. And she's over the CSRs, but she also does a lot of operational things too, living with the CEO.
Yeah, that'll happen, right?
Yeah.
Like you hear all the sides before, during, after, and all the things.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Torch, and that's through Service Titan. And like, can you explain some of that to maybe someone who's not familiar with the Torch network?
So we started using Service Titan in 2014, 2015, I think. And in 2018, they formed the Torch Network, which is kind of like a power users group. And you collaborate with other people that are considering Service Titan or considering different products within Service Titan, different pro products. And so if I need advice on adding a different product, I'll reach out to another member, and they'll just tell me their experience, honest, unbiased. And I also will volunteer to speak to people that are considering Service Titan or different things. And then they also have live webinars to give you a little more insight into new products or just different marketing. I think yesterday's I didn't catch it, but they do lives, and it was about customers, red flags and having to fire a customer. So just kind of industry specific information.
Like kind of like an industry specific network group too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that you can ask about specific products because we add products all the time. We're like professional pro product people over here. We have all the pro products.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of the pro products through Service Titan. Pricebook has saved us in a million ways. And, I always say I would rather screw everything else up than our Pricebook. And we know it's good there, right? Even if we're paying a lot of $1 million for it.
Yeah. Marketing Pro is my favorite, but Pricebook Pro, Dispatch Pro, when we were considering that, we interviewed a lot of other people in the Torch network just to learn more about it.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. So, and then I saw you were involved in the Women of HVAC and the Lady Titans. What are you going to are you a part of the board or anything with Women of HVAC or just a member?
Just a member.
Yeah, same girl. But are you going to the event?
No.
Vegas?
Are you?
Gets into it.
I would like to.
It's Vegas. She's like, it's Vegas. Like, we should go. And I'm like, oh, it's so busy. It's such a busy time. I have a conflict that week, but I'm still trying to see if we can make it. It's just, there's a lot of events that go back to back to back. And all of the events this year, we can't go to, are you going to go to Pantheon?
No.
We can't go to Pantheon. I told Heather she could go if she wanted to, but I can't go to Pantheon because it's my daughter's 10th birthday. And I just am like, I refuse to leave my daughter on her birthday. And I can't take her out because sometimes I would just be like, well, she can go with us, and then maybe she could go to Disneyland or something. But she's a competitive cheerleader. So we have to like count her absences like a freaking science at this point. So she can only miss so many and can't be doing that for her birthday. So anyways, that's cool. So
it was fun last year.
How did you get involved with the Lady Titans? Like what was your draw to that? I know Jessica Smith does a lot with the Lady Titans, and that's such a fabulous group for the women in this industry.
Sarah Gerardo is who got me into that. She's with Service Titan, and she started Lady Titans, and now it's no longer affiliated with, or no longer Service Titan ran. It's privately run organization now, but she's the one who got me into it. I've been to her marketing live events and just really learned a lot from her about marketing and using Marketing Pro. So
yeah, Sarah's awesome. She's such a wealth of knowledge in our space. So,
sure.
Okay, so I hate to make this all Service Titan, but most of us use it. So what are your favorite things about Marketing Pro?
The autopilot campaigns.
I'm making notes because sometimes I feel like, do we utilize that as well as we should? I think we're all guilty of that, right?
Yeah, I just took another look at it and just tried to revamp things in the autopilot campaign. I had a lot of automations already set up, but it was time to refresh them. And so the autopilot campaigns have been perfect for that. There were some kinks at the beginning that I noticed, like some of the SMS campaigns were going out at 12 a.m. So I don't want to be texting people at 12 a.m.
We had that happen a few times.
Yes. So I caught that, and I noticed they fixed that too.
We had that, and it wasn't even like we didn't have it set up that way, but for some reason, maybe it was like time zones or something happened, and we were sending our emails, and text is one thing, right? But we were sending emails at like 3 a.m, which to me, I'm kind of like, well, don't have your email.
Yeah, turn your notifications.
Right? Turn it off. But man, we had a customer call and yell at us, and I'm like, it's fair, it's valid. I don't know why it went out at 3 a.m. Okay, but turn your freaking phone on Do Not Disturb. But anyway, or like, why are you getting all your emails?
I guarantee that was not the only email that customer got at 3 a.m.
I know, but man, we got roasted for it. But it wasn't even set up that way. It was just like Service Titan at that point didn't have a specific way to like identify time. So it just kind of just went out. And I think they fixed that now. But yeah, you'll get, especially when you're sending out a lot, you're going to get some feedback and you're like, oh, hell. That wasn't my intention for that. We wanted you to book a service call, not be pissed at us.
Yeah, exactly. That was the opposite of our intention.
Yeah, that was not what we planned to do. So are there any other pro products that you guys use that you love?
We use Pricebook Pro. I like Scheduling Pro. That's kind of in with Marketing Pro, but that's really been one of our top 5 campaigns since we added it.
Yeah.
We can book online.
I think it's like Contact Pro or Call Center
Pro.
Yeah, we signed up for that, but we were scared to we are paying for it currently, but we were scared to implement it at our renewal, so we pushed it to October. So we're supposed to start this in a month, because I was scared in the middle of AC season to just like push out. Heather, can you believe that? Something that we signed up for that I pushed off. She's used to me going boom, 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 boom. But I did because I was scared. I was like, oh, hell, we don't want to break the call center in like June,
No.
But that's when our renewal with Service Titan was. So we did it all up front. So I'm interested to see how that will go. There's a lot of cool feedback on it, but we don't have any experience with it.
Do you use Phones Pro right
Yeah.
now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, we're not really happy with Phones Pro.
Well, we have our moments,
Yeah.
but I can tell you that I did not love Phones Pro. Let me just back up. We previously, before joining Phones Pro and having Phones Pro, our stuff, we used just like a local telephone company, and that was hell. So Phones Pro is significantly better, even with the issues that can happen. And most of the time, it's like we've identified, to be honest with you, that the majority of our issues, no matter how many times we want to say it's something else, it was us. Like we just replaced all of the computers in the call center because it was the computers. Because in our brain we were like, well, it's just on a cloud and it's just on this and it's just a website, and the computers didn't have enough memory or RAM or one of the things to operate it. And that was the issue with Heather on this podcast. We kept having issues with her microphone. That's why her microphone's down again, and is because it was something to do with the computer. And so since we've replaced everyone's computers, Phones Pro's been good. But it's all freaking on the internet, right? It's all technology.
No, I think it's sometimes troubleshooting this stuff can be frustrating, and you really don't know where to point the finger. And
the finger is typically like, just don't blame us, and we'll blame Service Titan. That's what we did. But now we replaced all of our computers, and I think we're in a good spot. Fleet Pro, is it Fleet Pro?
The fleet management.
Whatever. So we used Azuga before, and it's Azuga that's Fleet Pro. So we were just like, cool, let's put it all together. And we had some issues there, but I kind of had to go on a frustrating rampage about that because we needed some help, and now we're good. So sometimes you just got to go speak your mind in that Facebook group. If you're listening and you're not a part of the Service Titan Masterminds group, I highly recommend it. If you can't get through on support or from your CSM, you can go post in that group, and then somebody from Service Titan will all of a sudden communicate with you. And but I just, I have to remind myself that they're a rapidly growing company like ourselves, and even on the days that it's like frustrating because it's like we want to be like, we're paying so much money, and we are, and we're doing this, like they're still growing too. So I try to give them some type of grace.
Yeah, for sure. We have a great CSM.
Yeah, I'm like, I am recording that. Let's just clip that. I'm going to send that to the Service Titan team. They're going to be like, what? Yeah. It's you know how it is. It's crazy stuff. So, but you've been with Service Titan for like 11 years.
Yeah.
So you've seen all kinds of stuff.
We have. It's grown. It intimidates some of the people at our group, but it's grown with us, and you just have to stay informed on all the changes. And that's what Torch Network is good for. Okay. So I saw that you're a certified admin with Service Titan. Okay. Yeah. Heather's in that program right now trying to do that. So do you feel like that was like really helpful to you? Definitely. Yeah. It's worth it. It's worth the extra time.
I just feel
there's a lot of time. There's a huge time investment in it. I have to wait until month end close is done and I'm in a good spot and I have some time to go through it. I'm probably about maybe 35-40% of the way through it, but it's super helpful. And I don't know, Jessica Smith put me on like the right path as to like how to go about it. But I've been using Service Titan for 8 years. And so a lot of it I already knew. And then the other piece is like Jessica's recommendation was to go through all the tests. And then the ones that you don't pass on the first try, go through a refresher. I know that for me, I don't use every single aspect of Service Titan. I don't book calls. I don't do all of that. So those are the pieces that I was a little bit rusty on. And I think going through it is just a good refresher on how to use the software. I set it up for the company I previously worked for back in 2017. And so I was really good at it then, but it's changed so much. So some of the newer pieces, it's been good to go back through and kind of try and learn some of the ins and outs of things that you use and you don't use. I mean, with Service Titan, everybody uses it, I think, a little bit differently. And so going through how the setup from start to finish and then seeing how it applies to your own company is really beneficial as well.
Yeah, I like how custom it is. Sometimes that can be part of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
There's not one answer or one way to use it, but
That is exactly why I had Heather and Kelly, another director for the company, sign up to do the certified admin program, because it's so customizable and every company does use it so differently, that I was like, what do we have turned off? What could, because she's talking about Jessica. She's, the pro of everything, of, Service Titan with so many pieces, right? But we would be hounding her all the time, and she was probably like, girl, go away. Yeah, she would never, but she's so sweet.
Yeah, she's so sweet.
Like, she would say, hey, do you have this turned on? And I'm like, no, what is that? And so that's why I had challenged Heather and Kelly to do that program, because I'm like, I guarantee you guys find some things that we didn't even know existed or we're freaking doing wrong.
Yes.
So anyways, well, cool. So Robin, what is in the future for Cody and Sons Plumbing, Heating and Air?
This year's been kind of tough, to be honest. We have sales have been slower, and we've never really been like dealt with any of the problems like during COVID and everything. We really excelled. This year has been kind of hard. We're kind of restructuring internally, and our team is a little bit smaller, but I think it's good. I think that it's allowed some opportunity for people to move up within our company, and I'm excited about seeing some new faces in leadership, and just maybe this is a time to change and get better.
Yeah, I know people, I hate to say that we like to hear, I don't even know how to say it. Like, it's been a struggle this year for everybody. So
Yeah.
I know that people will relate to you saying this year's been weird, and at the beginning of this year, everyone was prepping like, hey, the economy this and the economy that. And I try to be the positive of like, we're not going to subscribe to all of that. And if we made it through COVID, we can get through this. This year has been weird as shit.
Yeah.
That's all
It really has. I mean, and last year was rough because I think there was so much tumultuous things going on politically and with interest rates and inflation. And then, I think we all thought like once the election was over that it was gonna turn around. But this year has just been weird.
Mm-hmm.
It has. Yeah, I thought the election would even things out, and it just hasn't. It's been very strange, and we've had to adapt our marketing quite a bit. We've always been booked out several weeks, and so like lead gen products are not that helpful because people are really wanting to get booked fast and immediate service on those instantaneous lead gen products. But we've done a little more of that, like with LSA. We've been leaning on that a lot more. It's actually been beneficial for us, just keeping the board full. But I feel like they're a little more cost conscious and very want service now, want a price over the phone. So it's really tough for our CSRs to deal with those calls and convert them.
Yeah, you definitely have to like have constant conversations for the CSRs and training. We've had to go back to like, we're kind of saying that across the board right now of like, we're going back to the basics, because in the summer you can kind of get a little chaotic, and that's just kind of the theme in general for most HVAC companies in August, August and September, when you start like, okay, the summer kind of controls you, but the conversations are just a little different. People are strapped for money. They're scared. They're worried. They're not sure. They can't, where the approvals are down. It's just a weird time. And so I think anyone fighting the good fight is trying to do good business is like, this is probably the year that's like it make it or break you,
Yeah, and we're doing a lot more branding and getting out there with community events. We're doing some trade shows. We have home and garden shows. We hadn't done those before. So I think that's helping us get in some new neighborhoods and things like that.
Yeah, you just got to go back to some of those old school things, and be willing to do it and get your face out there, right?
Yeah.
So, well, cool. Well, Robin, it was really nice to meet you and get to know you and hear about what you guys are doing at Cody and Sons. And we look forward to continuing to watch you grow. And you guys, and if you ever need anything, reach out. We'll be sure to include your information in our show notes for anyone that would like to get in touch. And thanks for being on the show.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
This has been Power Women of the Trades. Like what you hear so far? Leave us a review at Apple and make sure to listen to our other episodes wherever you enjoy listening to your podcasts. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.